Someone is quietly taking value from your money right now. And the scary part is, it's not a hacker. It's not a scammer. It's the system itself. And according to Ray Dalio, this is exactly how wealth slowly disappears from the hands of ordinary people. Right now, millions of people feel like they're doing everything right. They save money. They avoid risk. But at the same time, buying power keeps shrinking. You're falling behind. This isn't random. This is a pattern. And once you understand it, you can't unsee it. If you want simple explanations of powerful ideas like this, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the Dalio Explained channel. Now let's talk about the real problem. It's losing it slowly, quietly, over time. You've heard this word before, but most people don't fully understand how dangerous it really is. Inflation means your money buys less over time. But here's the deeper truth. Inflation is not an accident. It's often a result of how the system is designed. Think about this. When governments have too much debt, they can raise taxes. They can cut spending. And printing money is usually the easiest option. They try to manage it. And every time this happens, not because they made a mistake, but because they trusted the system to protect their money. Now, here's where it gets more serious. And technically, it is safe from theft or loss. If inflation is higher than the interest you earn. Let's make this simple. If inflation is 5%, that money loses 5% of its value in 1 year. That means next year, your $10,000 will only buy what $9,500 buys today. And this keeps happening year after year. This is what Dalio warns about. The system rewards those who understand how money works, and it punishes those who don't. It's awareness. Now you might be thinking, inflation is real, but what can I actually do about it? Because while most people are losing value, a small group of people are positioning themselves to benefit. These are the people who don't just save money. They're mu IT. Assets are things that can grow in value or produce income. For example, stocks, real estate, businesses, and even commodities like gold. When money loses value, these assets often go up because they adjust with inflation. This means not putting all your money in one place, because no one knows exactly what will happen next. The economy moves in cycles. Sometimes stocks go up, sometimes they crash. Sometimes cash is useful, sometimes it loses value. The goal is to be balanced so you're not fully exposed to one. Risk. But here's another layer that most people ignore. Emotional decisions. Fear and panic are two of the biggest reasons people lose money. When the market crashes, people sell at the worst time. When things are going up, people buy at the top. This cycle repeats again and again. Dalio emphasizes that understanding how the system works helps. You stay calm. You prepare. Right now, we are in a time where uncertainty is high. Debt levels are massive. Interest rates are changing. All of this creates pressure on the financial system. And when pressure builds, this doesn't mean everything will collapse tomorrow. But it does mean you need to be aware, because the biggest losses don't come from sudden events. They come from ignoring slow changes over time. Let's talk about another hidden risk. Currency value. Most people only think in terms of dollars. But currencies themselves can lose value compared to other currencies. Or assets. This means even if everything looks normal inside your country, your money could be weakening globally. This is why some investors look at global diversification. They don't keep everything tied to one economy, because history shows that no system stays dominant forever. Now here's something important. This video is not about fear. It's about awareness. Fear makes people freeze. Awareness helps people act. The truth is, your money is at risk if you do nothing. But it can be protected if you understand what's happening and make smart decisions. Think of it like this. Imagine you're on a ship an der Sekunde Oslo liegt. If you ignore it, eventually it becomes a big problem. But if you notice it early, you can manage it. Control IT and stay safe. That's exactly what's happening with money today. And here's where it becomes personal. Because this is not just about the economy. It's about your future. And that's why the gap between rich and poor keeps growing. It's not just about income. It's about strategy. The people who understand cycles, inflation, and sets. They play a different game, and the system rewards them for it. Now I want you to think about your current situation. Where is your money sitting right now? Is IT growing? But they are necessary. because ignoring the problem doesn't make it go away. Dalio's message is simple but powerful. The economy works in cycles. It builds up. Value shifts. And here's the key idea. You don't need to predict the future perfectly. You just need to prepare for different possibilities. Being informed. As we move closer to 2026, the pressure on the system is increasing. And when pressure increases, change becomes unavoidable. The choice is yours. Comment below and tell me what you think is the biggest risk. Right now. And if you know someone who needs to hear this. Because awareness is the first step to protection. And if you want to stay ahead of these changes. Where we break down these ideas in the simplest way possible, so you can actually use them. Your money is not just numbers on a screen. It's your time, your effort, and your future. Protect it wisely.